I hated myself.
What's a couple racks for me? I can see a bitch OT to get a stack for me. My accountant, she count the cash for me. I miss my miss low-key, that bitch bad for me.
Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is KiCassanova, and obviously from the title of the video, I know you clicked on this thinking that I'm about to sit here and just bash myself and hate on myself, and that is not the case. That is not the case. This video is for anybody who is feeling like they hate themselves for real, because I did hate myself. This is, you know, past tense. I no longer hate myself. This video, I want this to touch the hearts of at least somebody who is going through their own type of awakening, feeling like they themselves are not able to persevere over their trials and their tribulations. I want this to touch the hearts of someone that, you know, they don't have the guts within themselves and they feel like they're alone about going through something like this, and you are absolutely not alone. I feel like God has blessed me with a platform on many different social medias in order for me to spread this message, and it's really been heavy on my heart. Not only this, but a lot of other things have been really heavy on my heart lately, and I feel like the whole reason why I'm able to even do this and I'm been blessed with the followers and the platforms that I've been blessed with is because he really did want me to be able to be open about what I'm going through, to let other people know that they are not alone and this is a normal thing. And don't let anybody make you feel like you cannot do something that you're capable of doing yourself. Okay? So I want to address the elephant in the room, because I know the title of the video is I hate myself. I don't hate myself. I've actually grown to learn how to love myself, love who I am, love the shoes that I am in, love the skin that I am in, love the way that I look, love the way that I am, personality-wise, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of that. I wrote down a bunch of things. I had it in my phone at first, but I filmed this video and then the audio cut out, so I wrote down basically everything that I addressed, and I'm on TikTok Live. If you guys don't know, I have TikTok. I have 2 accounts on TikTok. I have my main account. Sorry, I keep burping. I have my main account and I also have my live account because TikTok banned me on my main account. I have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that, okay? I have all that. Now we're getting into the serious talks. We're getting to the serious talks and down in the gritty of the reason why I'm filming this video. So, I hated myself. Like I did. I hated my mentality. I hated my attitude. I hated my thoughts. I hated my body. I hated my hair. I hated my face. I hated everything that you could think of hating about yourself. I hated. And something that I realized that was hard for me to do was actually look in the mirror. I couldn't do that. I was incapable of looking in the mirror and being happy. I was incapable of looking in the mirror and recognizing who I am. I could not recognize myself. And I think that's when I really took in a lot of things that were going on in my life, a lot of things that were occurring. There was a lot of canon events. Everything was just happening at once. It was like, broop, 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 the domino effect. Literally the domino effect. The domino effect happened to me. Okay, it happened to me. And I know that it happens to everybody. And so that's why I want to come on here, vulnerable and all, with no shame. I don't care how many of you guys judge me or whatever. I'm going to tell my truth and speak my truth and etc.
What is the domino effect?
The domino effect is like, you know, when you line up dominoes,
Yeah.
and you push one, what happens? Everything else falls. It was like one canon event and then everything just came. Everything just went and just tumbled and crumbled and just came out of nowhere. So I think like the biggest thing that made me really look into myself is the people that I had around me. That's the one thing I want to address. The people that I had around me, I had friends. I didn't want to really bring up friends in the beginning of this video, but you know, the way that it's going, I'm going to bring up friends, because that's what happened to me. That's what really made me take in, okay, I don't really like this, but I like this. You know what I mean? So I had a bunch of friends and I lost a lot of my friends. And a lot of my friends and a lot of the things that were happening in my life and a lot of the problems that I had with my friends and with people around me, I was not in a good mental space to receive the criticism and the feedback that they were giving me as people in my life. So I removed them. And it didn't take me right away. I didn't do it right away to come to this realization where it's like, oh my God, this is who I am. Like, it was multiple people. So first, one person would tell me how I am. Oh, you're selfish. Oh, you have no empathy. Oh, these are real examples that people were saying to me. They would say, I'm selfish, I have no empathy, and I don't care about anybody but myself. And mind you, that has never been who I was ever in my life. Like, anybody that meets me will say, oh my gosh, you're such an empath. Oh my gosh, you're so selfless. Oh my God, like, so many, they'll say I'm too nice, you do everything for everybody. That was literally me. So for one person to come to me and say you're selfish, you have no empathy, you don't care for anybody but yourself, that was not me. So I'm looking at them like, that's not who I am. Like, who are you? Like, and I would literally be like, okay, bye. And I would cut them off. I would literally say, oh, bye. Because I would be like, you're not seeing me for who I am. And I'm not about to sit here and prove myself to you because that's not who I am. And then it was like another person said it to me. And then another person said it to me. And then somebody else would give me criticism. And now it was a bunch of people now telling me about myself. And now I'm looking in the mirror and I don't even recognize who I am. Because now I'm seeing certain things. I'm seeing certain attitudes that I'm doing. I'm seeing certain things that I'm doing. I'm seeing the way that my life has affected me come out. For real. I allowed, the last 3-4 years of my life have been the most difficult and challenging years of my life. And I will tell you, I allowed every single hurt and pain that I went through the past 3 to 4 years, and I internalized it. And I didn't realize that I was becoming bitter. I didn't realize that I was becoming miserable. I didn't realize that I wasn't a joy to be around anymore. I was negative. I didn't realize the position that I was in. I did not recognize who I was. And it took me losing a lot of people. It took me losing myself. It took me losing everything that I've ever had and worked for to really see that all of these things are affecting me and they're taking a toll on me mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I didn't want that to be me. And I didn't like that. I wanted to look in the mirror and be able to see who I am. I wanted to look in the mirror and be like, I'm happy with the way I look. I'm happy with the way I am. I recognize who I am. I know who I am. And I didn't know who I was for a very long time. I didn't realize that these past 3-4 years, I was not a good friend. I was not a good daughter. I was not a good niece. I was not a good cousin. I was not a good supporter. I was not a good person. And it made me very angry and very bitter. And I'm going to use a couple examples. My father, for example, my dad was very verbally abusive towards everybody. Me, my mom, his brother, everybody, his wife, everyone. And I always said that I don't want to become that. And that's not who I want to become. And I don't want to be that. And can you guys believe that that's what I ended up being? That's who I ended up becoming. And I never understood the phrase, hurt people, because I've been hurt. Everyone who knows me, I've been getting my heart broken since I was a little girl. I've been getting my heart broken since I was a little girl, but never in my wildest dreams did I ever take the pain that somebody else brought me through and put me through. I never took that out on anyone else. So I never understood hurt people because I didn't get it. I was like, hurt people don't hurt people because I've never hurt somebody. And look how many times I've been hurt. Don't speak too fast though. Never say never. Never say never, because what happened was I got hurt for real. Real betrayal. Okay, real betrayal. And that altered my brain chemistry. That altered my whole being. that altered the way I think. I now have trust issues. I never had trust issues before. Now here I am with trust issues. Now I get scared because someone's not doing this. I feel, now I know what it is. I used to be preaching online and be like, oh, trust issues, they're not real. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon because now here I am. I have trust issues. Now I'm taking out my anger on. Now I'm being upset. Now because this person treated me like this, I'm gonna treat you like this because nobody gave a shit about me. So why should I give a shit about you? These are real things that really happened in my life where I had to take in like, what? It was so much. And I had to sit down and learn how to take accountability. With all my friendships, I know that it wasn't solely on that other person. I took a part in that as well. I took a part in that failure of a friendship as well. I took that for my own self and I had to learn. What did I do that was wrong? What could I have changed? What could I have done differently? Because this is not solely on that one person. And I also had to realize that a lot of the time, the space and the mental space that I was in no position to be taking advice from nobody. I was in no position to be able to receive certain things that people were saying to me. I was in no position to properly heal from what I was burdening and holding on to. There is a saying that somebody said to me a long time ago. I can't even remember who said it to me. Mommy, if you said it to me, let me know. But they said that every situation that you've ever been through, it's a rock. Every situation that you've ever been through and you don't allow yourself to heal from, and you just push it to the side, you go through it and you say, okay, it's over, it's done. It's a rock. And tie a rope around that rock and then tie that rock around you. You have 1,000,000 balloons ready to lift you up to your next stage in life. But now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have 30 plus rocks holding you down. And what's going to happen when you start shoot, 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 shoot? You got to cut that. And once you cut all those rocks and you cut all those burdenings and you cut everything out and you cut it all out and you literally say, you know what? I'm going to heal. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to be okay. And I need within myself and who I am, I need to do this for me in order for me to get to the next stage of my life. And I would not even have gotten there or to that point without God. I found God. And I found my relationship with God. And I asked God. I lost everything, guys. Everything that I've ever worked for. My income, my money. I lost it all. I lost everything. And it only made me uglier and uglier and uglier and uglier the more that I sat and I burned it and I sat on it and I let it just sit with me and I let it fester inside of me, and it turned into hate. It turned into miserableness. It turned into bitterness. It turned into, I don't even know the words. It just turned very ugly, and it was changing who I am to the point where when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't even recognize who I was. When people would talk about me, I'm like, huh? Well, who is that? That's not me, because I'm not paying attention to the little changes that are occurring in my life. I'm not paying attention to the little things that I'm doing that are making me be the way that I am being. I didn't like who I was. You need to understand, like, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be the one who made a mistake. It's okay to be the person that fucked up. I don't even mean to swear, but it's okay to be that person. Because as long as you're willing to change that about yourself, as long as you're willing to say, you know what, I forgive myself and I'm sorry that I did this, and you're genuinely sorry that you did this, you're able to be forgiven by God, forgiven by yourself, and forgiven by others. Because you know who you are, you know where your heart really lies. You know who you are. Because that's what I was fighting with. I was fighting with everyone's allegations towards me and me trying to prove myself that I'm not this person. But you need to actually heal within yourself so you're just not that person, period. Because clearly you're projecting something onto these people that are making them feel this way about you. And that's something that you really need to take in, because it wasn't like, oh, one person was saying one thing and that's it. Oh, I'm listening to that person. No, it was multiple people. It was like one person would say, a group of people would say something. Then I meet 3 other people, like randomly. I meet new people in my life, and now they're saying the same thing that these people are saying to me. So that's when I really had to be like, hold on a second. What's going on here? Something is going on here. Something is going on here. And I realized that a lot of the things that I thought that I healed from, I never did. Not once. I never did. I never even tried. As much as I thought I did, I never tried. Because the realization that I've come now into who I am and forgiving myself and actually going through the process of falling in love with who I am, falling in love with myself because I want to become the woman I want to become. Going through that whole journey, I didn't see. And I'm glad that God open my eyes and let me see. Everybody knows that I am a crybaby. I'm a crybaby. I cry for everything. I will cry if the laundry room is not open and I want to do my laundry. I will cry. I will cry if I feel disrespected. I will cry if someone yells at me. I will cry. I'm a crybaby. But one thing that I really had to take in is that you need to know your emotions. Be aware of the emotions that you're feeling, and you need to also not act on your emotions. I think a big, huge, major problem in my life was that everything that I did, every decision that I made was out of emotion. It wasn't out of knowledge. It wasn't out of me using my brain. It was emotions. Emotions. When I'm emotional, I'm very sporadic. I'm very impulsive. I'm very like, oop, 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 oop. I'm doing it anyway. But what is it gonna do? It's gonna It's gonna mess you over in the long run. It's gonna mess you over in the long run. I feel like a lot of people need to learn how to deal with their emotions. Now I found healthy ways of dealing with my emotions. If you guys want a whole video about how to deal with your emotions in a healthy way, let me know in the comments down below. But I had to really take that in. And now I've realized that when I have conversations with people, when I talk to people, I try to differentiate between an emotional response and a logical response. Because I no longer want to work through my emotions and answer through my emotions. I want to be able to not internalize, but I want to be able to feel my emotions within myself. And let's talk about the logic side. Like, let's bun the emotions. Let me think about logically. Let me think actually. Let's talk about that, you know? You actually need to understand that you are in control of your emotions. You are in control of yourself. You're in control of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts, but you're in control of your thoughts. Let that sink in.
And can I add,
Go ahead.
the people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life regardless, and they will forgive you.
100%. So if you guys didn't hear my mom, she said the people that will be in your life will be in your life regardless, and they will forgive you. And that is 100%, because I have allowed people to treat me like complete garbage and go through whatever they're going through in their life and project onto me, do whatever and etc. And I've still forgiven them and been able to move forward with them. That's something that I think is the most beautiful thing that you could do. It's not healthy, but it's life. Because if you're not willing to grow with a person, if you're not willing to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, then are you really with that person? Are you really for that person? Is that person really for you? You don't know. And I feel like the most beautiful thing is to genuinely grow with an individual and actually learn each other and actually be like, okay, I see the potential. I see who you are gonna be. I can see that you want to change. Like, you can't change a person that doesn't want to be changed. But if somebody is willing to be changed, and not willing to be changed, but willing to change, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, because now you can work on that with that individual. Now you guys could work towards something, at least. The next thing that I would say, with that being said, is setting boundaries. That's something that I had to learn within myself, is that you need boundaries in a friendship. You need boundaries within yourself. You need boundaries. You need boundaries. You need boundaries with your parents. You need boundaries with your siblings, because your parents have boundaries for you with the whole, I am the mother, I am the father, you are the child. That's boundaries. Those are boundaries. So you need to be able to have boundaries and set boundaries for yourself, set boundaries for other people, and not be afraid of the boundaries that you set, and always stand by your word. That's a big thing that I wasn't able to do. I wasn't able to stand by my word. I realized that a lot of the times I was talking to talk. There was no action behind what I was saying. There was no action behind the things that I would be like, oh, I want to do merch. There's probably a million people in here that heard me say I want to do merch. Where's my merch? You need action behind the talks. But if you don't have that and you're learning, you do little things like be like, oh, I'm gonna clean my room today. Clean your room. Be like, oh, I did it. Little things that are gonna literally instill that you're going to do everything that you say. Practice what you preach. Practice the things that you're saying and actually do them, and then you're gonna feel a lot better within yourself, within you. Knowing your triggers, that's a big thing. You need to know your triggers. For me, I didn't know my triggers, and I realized I got into relationships, I got into friendships, I got into a lot of things expecting people to know my triggers off rip. Oh, you should have known I would react. So let's say I'm in a new relationship with a man, and he says, I'm going to the store. Oh my God, now I have a trigger. Oh my God, I'm triggered. Where are you going to the store? Oh my God, you're going to the store to go talk to a... You know what I'm saying? Like... And then I'm getting upset, and now I'm reacting, off of emotions. But this man doesn't know why I'm reacting like this. This man is looking at me like, are you crazy? Like, what is going on right now? Like, what are you doing? And you're just snapping. You need to know and understand your triggers, and you need to also be so in control of your emotions that even if you do get triggered, you're not taking out your anger on the other person. You need to know your triggers. You need to know what triggers you, why I am the way I am. You need to really study who you are and heal the parts of you, because nobody deserves to be treated like how that person treated you. I don't care if it was a friend. I don't care if it was your mom. I don't care if it was your dad. I don't care if it was your cousin. I don't care if it was your man. I don't care if it was your girl. Nobody deserves to get the aftermath about what someone else put you through. Not a goddamn person. Not even yourself. You don't deserve to be treating yourself so negatively and so ugly because of how somebody else treated you. That has nothing to do with you. That has something to do with them and them only. And that's what you need to understand. Healing and God. You need to heal yourself. You need to heal yourself. And healing yourself is knowing who you are, knowing why you are the way you are, going inside and actually finding out why you are the way you are. There's no way that you are the way you are because of whatever. There's no way that, oh, I did this because, oh, I just did it. No, you didn't. You did it because something that happened to you when you were a child. You did it because something that happened to you when you were a teenager. You made this certain decision because of da. You need to understand why you do the things that you do in order to fix the things that you want to fix about yourself. And God, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, Ki, preaching God. Yes, I'm preaching God, because God is going to give you the answers. Listen, I told God, please, do you want me to come to you? You took everything from me and whatever. I went to church. They talked about the book of Job. If you don't know about the book of Job, do your research. I can't talk right now because my camera's about to die. I'm going to go into detail, but hey, let me finish. Okay? Let me finish. They talked about the book of Job. I asked God, remove everybody that doesn't serve. Remove the snakes in the grass. Remove the wolves in sheep's clothing. I'm losing friends right, left, and center. I'm losing friends everywhere. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm getting angry at this man, at God, because I'm like, yo, why is everyone leaving? And he's looking at me like, didn't you ask me for this? Sorry. I just find that funny. Like, didn't you ask me for this? Like, he's really probably looking at us like, bro, you're crazy. You're crazy because you asked me for this and you're sitting here being upset. Like, what's going on? And God, honestly, with God, I could talk about God all day and how he's healed me. I will talk about my testimony soon. Don't worry, that's going to be in a whole next YouTube video. I'm going to sit here and just chat. I'm going to chat. But you need God in your life. You do need God in your life. I needed God in my life, and he took everything from me in order for me to sit down and break everything down. He literally made me break down my whole foundation, my house, my building, my everything that I ever made. He made me break it down till it was dirt in the ground so I could rebuild that shit right back up. Because it rained and it poured and it broke my foundation because my foundation wasn't strong enough. I wasn't able to persevere through the thunderstorm. And that's literally what he was showing me. Come with me and I'll help you do it for real. I will help you build the right way. The right way, because you weren't listening to me before. And I'm going to teach you how to do it the right way. Feeling stagnant and stuck in the past. Now, that's something that that was a demon that I had to face. Okay? A demon that I had to face is my stagnant energy and feeling stuck in the past and beating myself up about what could have been and what wasn't.